In a world torn by wars, betrayal, and chaos, a single dream was whispered in a small city called Tikrit. The dream of a child who would one day rise to change history. A child born not into royalty, but into struggle. A child who would unite divided nations, break the mightiest armies of his time, and reclaim the holiest city with compassion unmatched even by his enemies. This is the true story of Sultan Salahuddin Ayubi, the warrior of faith, the commander of justice, the liberator of Jerusalem. A story of destiny, sacrifice, and honor.
In 1130, in the city of Tikrit, Governor Najm al-Din Ayyub meets a young girl who has rejected many marriage proposals. When asked what she wants in a husband, she replies that she seeks a righteous man with whom she will have a son destined to liberate Jerusalem and lead her to paradise. Najm al-Din is stunned. This is the same dream he once told his brother. Convinced that destiny has spoken, he marries the girl, saying he seeks faith, not wealth. Soon after, a son is born, Yusuf ibn Ayyub, the child who will one day become Salahuddin Ayubi, the liberator the Muslim world had awaited. On the night of Yusuf's birth, Najm al-Din and his brother Shirkuh are exiled from Tikrit. Some consider the newborn unlucky, but destiny has other plans. The family travels to Mosul, ruled by Imad al-Din Zengi, who welcomes them warmly and appoints Najm al-Din to a regional governorship. During this time, the Muslim world is fractured. Seljuks weakened, Abbasids powerless, Fatimids declining, and the Crusaders ruling 4 kingdoms in Palestine and Syria. Amid this chaos, young Yusuf grows under the guidance of his father and his warrior uncle Shirkuh. He receives both religious training and military discipline, unknowingly preparing for a future that will change the course of history. Egypt is collapsing under the Fatimid Caliphate, forcing Nur al-Din Zengi to send his best general, Shirkuh, along with young Yusuf. In Egypt, Yusuf proves himself in strategy and bravery, surprising even his uncle. After Shirkuh's death, the Fatimid Caliph appoints Yusuf, now known as Salahuddin, as vizier, thinking he is harmless. But in 1171, after the last Fatimid Caliph dies, Salahuddin ends the Fatimid dynasty and restores Sunni rule. When Nur al-Din dies unexpectedly, Syria falls into political chaos. Nur al-Din's widow secretly calls Salahuddin for help. He enters Damascus, unites Egypt and Syria, and becomes the strongest Muslim ruler of the time, ready to advance toward Jerusalem.
Salahuddin realizes he must unite the Muslims before facing the Crusaders. Many rulers oppose him due to jealousy or fear, but he avoids unnecessary conflict and focuses on justice and strategic alliances. Meanwhile, the Crusader knight Renaud of Chatillon attacks Muslim pilgrims, violates truces, and even threatens Mecca and Medina. His brutality deeply angers the Muslim world, yet Salahuddin waits patiently until his forces are fully united. By 1182, Egypt, Syria, Yemen, Hijaz, and parts of Iraq stand under one banner, the Ayyubid Sultanate. Salahuddin now commands a powerful, united army and sets his sights firmly on Jerusalem, determined to fulfill the mission tied to his birth. The turning point comes on 3 July 1187 at the Battle of Hattin. Salahuddin traps the Crusader army, led by King Guy and the ruthless Reynald, in intense heat without water. Exhausted and surrounded, the Crusaders crumble. Thousands are killed or captured. When King Guy and Reynold are brought before him, Salahuddin treats the king kindly, but executes Reynold for years of treachery and attacks on pilgrims. This victory destroys Crusader power in Palestine. One city after another falls, Gaza, Nablus, Acre, clearing the path directly to Jerusalem. After 88 years under Crusader control, the Holy City is finally within reach.
In September 1187, Salahuddin surrounds Jerusalem. The Crusaders, fearing massacre, threaten to destroy holy sites and kill Muslim captives if denied safety. Salahuddin chooses mercy. He grants a peaceful surrender, allowing residents to leave upon paying ransom. Thousands of poor Christians cannot pay, so Salahuddin and his brother fund their freedom, releasing many without payment. European historians note the compassion shown by Muslim forces, especially compared to the Crusaders' brutality in 1099. On 2 October 1187, Salahuddin enters Jerusalem peacefully. The Ayyubid flag rises over Al-Aqsa, and Nur al-Din's long-prepared pulpit is finally installed. Jerusalem is returned to Muslim hands after nearly 9 decades.
The fall of Jerusalem shocks Europe, triggering the Third Crusade, led by Richard the Lionheart, Philip II of France, and Frederick Barbarossa. Barbarossa dies en route, weakening the Crusader forces. Richard and Salahuddin face each other in a series of intense but indecisive battles. Salahuddin uses guerrilla tactics, preventing the Crusaders from reaching Jerusalem. Eventually, both sides agree to the Treaty of Ramla, 1192. Jerusalem remains under Muslim rule, and Christians may visit as pilgrims. Months later, in March 1193, Salahuddin dies in Damascus at only 55. Despite ruling a vast empire, he leaves almost no wealth, having given most of it to the poor, captives, and the cause of Jerusalem.
Centuries have passed since Salahuddin Ayubi walked this earth. Yet his courage still echoes in the hearts of millions. He fought with honor, ruled with mercy, and conquered with humanity, leaving behind a legacy no empire could erase. Jerusalem remained under Muslim rule for nearly 700 years because of his victory, and even today, his name stands as a symbol of hope, unity, and unwavering faith. If this story inspired you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful historical journeys. And remember, history doesn't just belong to the past. It guides the future. Thank you for watching.